Millie Weaver reporting for Infowars.com. Well, earlier as we were walking, trying to make our way to the Trump rally here in Lewis Center, Ohio, we had to walk through a crowd of anti-Trump protesters that were extremely irate and mad. They were screaming and heckling, and all the Trump supporters that were making their way through this rally had to walk through the sidewalk where these protesters were screaming and heckling them like some crazy hate mob. Now, there's another group of protesters up here and people are walking by. Now, I wonder if we're going to be screamed at and yelled at like we were back there. We were almost assaulted. My cameraman had one of these guys shoving a sign in his face, essentially assaulting him because you're not allowed to just shove your sign in someone's face, and threatening hate and violence against us. So let's see what these protesters say. So some of these signs say, "Wake up, stop Hitler." This is a Trump derangement syndrome. It's not my Cheeto. This is a big crowd. Refuse fascism's here. Stop terrorizing immigrant children. I recognize you. So some of these protesters are from the same area. What brings you guys out here?
For Obama's birthday.
Protest against hatred and bigotry and false news.
The fascist regime. Don't feed the regime, the fascist regime.
So they're telling them not to speak, not to have dialogue or discussion.
What flavor smoothie is that?
Yeah, with Donald Trump, I don't.
So I have a question. Do you believe in women's rights? Are you gonna let a man tell you not to speak?
I respect that man.
There's a woman.
Well, I just find it interesting that some man can come tell you to basically shut up and you're just gonna go along with it.
We weren't saying to them to shut up. I was saying they don't want to talk to somebody from the fascist regime.
You guys were saying don't talk to them.
I love Alex Jones.
You
What's
did?
it?
That's truth. He tells the truth.
Oh, yeah. He tells the truth.
I love Alex Jones.
What's wrong with talking to us, which could reach people?
Anybody can go.
It's on a live stream, so there's no worry of editing.
Great. Good. All right. It's on a live stream.
That's all.
Nuts. Awesome.
Where are you guys hiding Rod Sterling? I know you have him hiding somewhere.
Rod Sterling?
Yeah, Rod Sterling.
No, it's Rod Sterling.
Sterling, sorry.
Sterling.
My bad. Most because I'm a Trump supporter, I can't talk right.
Dead.
That's right. Exactly.
Rod Sterling is dead. I'm a huge fan. Oh my God.
No, I'm not.
Oh. You can't understand the truth. Rod Sterling's dead, right? Yeah. What is it, honey?
What's the deal?
I don't know what is the deal with you people.
With the Trump derangement syndrome people?
No, it's with you and this info war crap.
Well, how many conversations?
Of America.
Can you give us some space, please?
How many conversations?
Oh my God.
How many conversations have you had with Trump supporters, sir?
No God, you know that.
So, what brings you out here?
Donald Trump brings me out here. I've never protested. I've never had a sign that I made, but I could not resist him being this close and me not letting him know how I feel. Okay.
So, how do you feel? What's so bad about Trump and what he's doing?
See this? How long you got? Where do I start?
Just summarize in a quick sentence.
Okay, lies all the time, right? We know that.
What's your news source?
I've got many news sources. I'm a former reporter.
So, what's your source?
Which one?
What's your main news organization you listen to?
NPR, New York Times, CNN. I even look at Fox News. Oh, please.
Okay. But it's no wonder you think that he lies all the time because that's the news organizations you're watching.
I think it. I know it. See, and he's also
So the news organizations don't influence you at all.
What?
You don't think they're biased?
You are. And
so you don't think they're biased?
No, there are good ones that are not biased, but then there's the ones that are here and the ones that are here.
But do you think that there would be an agenda, political agenda behind why they would want you to think that he's lying all the time and he's so horrible?
Sure, some of them are like that, but not all of them. That's what's
What specifically, though, is so bad about him? Besides, okay, you say lies, but that's a very general. What did he lie about?
He commits adultery. He, what has he done to our country?
Bill Clinton committed adultery,
Are you on
too.
here or is it me? Here, interview this guy. He's got a lot to say
I don't
about
need to
his
be
man.
interviewed.
I think you
You
do.
need interviewed.
Then walk away if you're not being
You ain't done
interviewed.
nothing. You can't say nothing.
I just said quite a bit.
Very vaguely.
So you're upset about adultery, right? Is that what you're
One
upset
of
about?
many. Sexist. He's racist. What else? Good God.
He's not racist.
No,
What
he's
has he
not.
done?
He makes fun of disabled people. He sends.
That's
little
fake
kids
news.
Away. Is that right?
That was fake news.
I saw it with my eyes. How's that fake news?
They took a clip out of context
No, they
and
did
tried to
not.
say that he was making fun of a disabled reporter, when if you look, there are so many clips of him doing the exact same gesture, talking about so many other people that weren't disabled. So why would they try to say that he's singling out someone for a disability?
Well, you know, your group.
Okay,
is
so
biased.
you don't want to hear the truth, and then you
No, I know
cut
the
to
truth.
talking
I
about
don't need to hear
InfoWars.
it from you, I do know the truth. I saw him do it when he got in so much trouble. He kind of backpedaled and acted like he was everybody's friend. But we know he's not. Look what he's done to the farmers. I mean,
Look what he's done for African American unemployment.
Oh, please.
He's lowered African American unemployment. So you say he's racist, but he's actually helping the African American community more than Barack Obama did.
And you know this how? Because you're African American? Who's your source?
So I'm not allowed to speak about anything
Who's your
about facts
source?
because I'm not African
Tell me
American.
who your source is. You're asking me who mine is.
My source is the fact that if you look at the numbers, the statistics, the actual statistics out there, he has lowered African American
I
unemployment.
haven't seen that.
The numbers are
Okay.
out there.
Okay, you can believe that if you want to. I do not.
Well, look it up.
I do not. Okay.
Look it up.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you. I'll talk to you. What brings you out here?
To support the president.
What do you like about Trump?
What is there not to like? He's making changes that no other president has ever done.
Specifically, though, what do you like?
Uh,
Oh, come on.
If you could say one
You
thing.
want both sides, right?
I don't. What do I like about him? His honesty. That's what I like. I like how he tells it how it is, and he's not being controlled like a puppet.
So he's not a original career politician then, right?
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. He's something different that America needs.
All right. Who did you vote for last election?
Trump,
Well, the one before that.
unfortunately, Barack Obama.
So you were an Obama voter.
Yep, I was Democrat and switched to Republican.
So what made you decide to switch?
Obama's policies and everything that he has done or hasn't done.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
Here, can you talk to me?
What?
Because I want to know. Yeah, I do want to know.
Obama? Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Hold on. I want to hear because she wants to confront
This is
him.
why we are at each other's throat. Nobody talks to each other.
Well, the health care for one.
You didn't like the fact you could get health care?
Do you know how many people and how much money it raised the health care and
Did you have health care before that?
yes, and it raised it significantly.
Okay. Do you have
And I
health
could
care
only
now?
see one doctor, and it was an hour and a half away. He lied. He said you could keep the same doctor, and it was a total lie.
I think that was the insurance companies that messed that up, not him. The companies did that.
You say what you want to say.
Okay, that's
you know.
fine. I'm just saying. I just want to see what you're. So it was health care that did it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
What
All right,
else?
that's what I wanted to know. Thank you.
You agree with the health care?
What?
Do you agree with this health care?
I already had health care, so it didn't affect me, but I know a lot of people that did not have health care that got health care and couldn't get it because of pre-existing conditions. So once he did that, they couldn't turn you away if you had a pre-existing condition. So yes, I think it was a good thing. I know it wasn't good for everyone,
Right.
but I'm looking at a whole more than, I'm sorry it wasn't good for you, but I think it was good for a lot of people.
Well,
We'll see
sometimes
what
it
Trump
works.
does.
Sometimes it works.
Right.
Sometimes it don't.
That's true.
Now,
didn't work for
do you
me.
mind if I ask you a question, ma'am?
I think we're done. I'm gonna go over here. I got
Let her
somebody
ask
else
one
that needs.
question. Be
Okay, ask
respectful.
a
Oh,
question.
I just out of curiosity, because you were engaging with this man a little bit earlier, and would you have guessed that he was a former Obama voter?
I don't think about things like that. No, I don't think you look a certain way if you voted for Obama or Trump. I mean, I don't. So no.
Just because after he said that, it seemed like you're more willing to talk and try to find out why he
Because
switched.
Before I thought he was pretty, nasty.
like a
If we
redneck
can
or
just
something?
talk to each other, I think it will help us.
Imagine
Both
if
sides.
the whole country just said what you said.
Exactly.
No, for real.
No, I agree.
We may not disagree. We may not agree on everything, but I
If we can talk.
absolutely agree on that, and I think
Yes.
that's honorable, you know.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, so it looks like there are some people, once the
Sorry about this.
So it looks like once you have some Trump supporters and anti-Trump supporters actually engage in real dialogue where they're questioning why they voted for Trump or why they didn't, then you actually find out that they have a lot more in common with each other, and they ended on a handshake, and people can coexist peacefully as Americans together. Because that's the end goal. No matter who wins, Democrat, Republican, the rule of the election is that we're supposed to accept the result. A lot of people that didn't necessarily vote for Obama in 2012, they had to accept it. We're Republicans protesting every day of the week, protesting Obama.
But wait a minute here.
Or did they accept it and wait till the next election to give their vote?
Calling him every lousy name in the book that anybody.
Okay, so they were calling names, exercising their free speech, but were they protesting and heckling people at Obama rallies?
No, we were not heckling. We're holding our sides up. I'm not heckling until somebody
Oh,
heckles.
there are people that heckle.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm
They
sorry
out
that
protesting. I'm sorry, but there were not people protesting every Obama speech throughout the following years after the
Right,
elections.
because Obama wasn't actually doing a whole lot of separating kids from their parents.
No,
all over
Obama
the place,
was doing
and
a lot of-
building a wall and
Trump's
really.
campaign manager is currently on
Yes.
trial for crimes against America.
Look, there were a lot of people that were very upset over the policies and actions that Obama was taking throughout the time he was in
I
office.
can't hear you. Sorry, I can't hear you.
Kind of rude, man.
Can you let
What'd you
them
say?
have a conversation?
What were you saying?
There were
Fuck Trump! You like that?
I'm just pointing the camera on you because you obviously want to overpower people having conversation.
He said fuck Trump.
Don't get sucked into that.
It says it right here.
Don't get sucked into that.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep yelling.
You're going to keep yelling? Why?
Because I feel like it.
Is it because you're trying to impede us from having conversation?
Are you trying to impede me from yelling?
No. But we were over here having a conversation. You decided to come and start screaming F Trump.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to impede you. Go ahead. Go ahead. We'll just watch.
There it is. That's all I said right there.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Well, anyway, sir, I just wanted to say.
Trump!
No. That's not gonna happen.
All right. Sorry. I guess this guy wants to shut down dialogue.
Thanks for talking with us, though.
Yeah.
Thanks for attempting to engage in dialogue. With this guy screaming, it's kind of impossible. So thanks.